We have all these arguments about should it be academic, should it be functional? And instead of that, we should be wondering, is it pivotal? And by pivotal, what they're meaning is it going to help students with skills that will benefit them in future environments that we haven't even anticipated yet, right? I think a lot of people in general ed will say we're preparing our kids for a world that we don't even know yet, right? In terms of technology. And so that's kind of the idea that we're bringing to IEP goals is that, a lot of times IEP goals are so focused on these discrete skills that occur in these very specific environments. And really the more pivotal skills are like, what do you do in an emergency? Or what do you do when things don't work out the way that you want them to?
Executive functioning is one area that is where you can get a lot of different pivotal skills. So, you're asking like, what's one version of an IEP goal and then what's a more pivotal version? You could have an IEP goal that says the student will follow directions on their math worksheet and complete it with 80% accuracy. But you could write a more pivotal goal that might work across areas that says the student will learn to read directions across content areas and determine the best approach to start, work on, and complete an activity. Now, they're still following directions like we were with that math worksheet, but we just wrote a goal that we can really do at any time with academic work or with vocational work or even with rec leisure and hobbies and these kind of things.
I think that a lot of times goals around literacy will hit the standards in these very kind of discrete ways. Like student will be able to answer who, what, when, where, why questions about a passage, right? But then when you get, that might work for a reader in elementary school where they're anticipating that you're going to be answering those questions. But when a student gets into the higher grades, it might be more functional to like teach them how to figure out the meanings of words they're unfamiliar with, right? Like noting a word is bolded and understanding that that means that there's a definition for that word in the back, or noting that at the beginning of the textbook, there's an outline and that outline highlights what the author thought were the most important things about the story. Or for a more inclusive sort of non-academic goal, we see these goals that are like the student will pay attention to the general ed teacher with no more than blah, blah, blah prompts, when really, a goal that would be much more functional is the student will look at their peers if they don't know what they're doing and use visual information to get themselves on track, right? Like things that like reading the environment is so much more functional than like relying on an instructional assistant to count how many prompts they're giving you.